Hey, it's Dave Robles from Think Real Estate, and we are in the Think Mobile, my gem machine, my little electric vehicle that I cruise around the neighborhood with. And today we're going to take a tour of Rossmoyne Avenue, which is the street that is of the namesake for the neighborhood. I just give you a little tour of that, a little bit of history on how it came to be. So let's take you back to the mid 1700s when the Spanish crown was colonizing this part of America, and the British were doing the same thing on the other side, more successfully or less successfully as it resulted. But in 1785, the Spanish crown gave a ton of land to a guy named Jose Maria Verdugo, who over the next 150 years split it in half, gave some to his wife, gave some to his daughter, some to his son, and then portions of that got divvied up and lost in foreclosure. And it's a pretty crazy, dramatic story. So we'll fast forward to 1923 when the Nibley Haddock Company purchased about 800 acres of land from a guy named Judge Ross, Erskine Mayo Ross. How's that for a name? And that became Rossmoyne, this section of Glendale. And we're going to go ahead and take a tour of the namesake street, Rossmoyne Avenue, which is probably one of the most iconic, desirable streets in the neighborhood. And this is the very beginning of Rossmoyne Avenue. This here on the right is Cortez, which is a beautiful street, which we're gonna also sneak a little tour of as well. Rossmoyne makes a little turn here. The first house I want to tell you about is right here on the right, 1106 Rossmoyne Avenue, historic resource number 108. It's a 3-bedroom, 3,000 square foot Spanish revival with a really amazing basement on almost a 9,000 square foot lot. And right next to it is 1114 Rossmoyne, which is historic resource number 53. And that's a 4-bedroom, 4,200 square foot Tudor on a 14,000 square foot lot. Now, one of the cool things about the houses on the right side with the even numbers on Rossmoyne is there's an alley in the back, and that's where the garages are, and that's where the trash cans are kept, and it's a really cool way. It's one of the only streets in the area that has like an alley access. Across the street, historic resource number 74. The address there is 1117 Rossmoyne, 4 bedrooms, 2,600 square foot Spanish revival on a 10,000 square foot lot. I sold that house a few years ago. Absolutely spectacular Mediterranean setting with a huge courtyard, backyard with a pool. Just a fantastic California a Spanish revival home. And it will continue up. Now, Rossmoyne, there's 46 houses on Rossmoyne, and that's not including the houses that are on Mountain Street, put on the corner of Rossmoyne Mountain and a couple other streets. So there's 5 of the 46 houses are historically designated. You just saw 3 of them. And there's a slight bend up here. And we're gonna get to, hey, there's a client of mine. And we're gonna get to a house right up here on the right, which is pretty phenomenal. We're looking at 1230 Rossmoyne. That is historic resource number 57. A 4-bedroom, 3,100 square foot Mediterranean with a pool on a 10,000 square foot lot. Absolutely fantastic home. I mean, that's a house straight out of like old Pasadena or Beverly Hills, but that's the level of Spanish revival, Mediterranean revival that Rossmoyne has. Now straight ahead here is my listing, current listing at 1240 Rossmoyne. Not a historic home, but an incredible Spanish, redone Spanish that's on the market right now, as a matter of fact, in escrow, because we did receive, several offers. But take a look at the interior, just totally done to the nines. Designer done Spanish with an incredible family room and primary bedroom suite upstairs. Really done to a level that not a lot of homes get to. So this is a real special home here on the right. Let's continue up. And this is the corner of Mountain and Rossmoyne. And once we cross it, we're going up to what's called Upper Rossmoyne. And there's really a fun house up here that I kind of want to tell you about. It right here on the left. This house here is believed to be the former home of Anne Patchett, who is the noted author, award-winning author. And she wrote a book called My Three Fathers. And in it, she speaks about the Rossmoyne house. And we believe that's the house. We're pretty sure. I'm like 99.9% sure. And so Rossmoyne continues up, and houses are big. We're talking, these are all 25 to 3,500 square foot homes on probably 7,000 to 10,000 square foot lots. And then when you get to the top, Rossmoyne ends with this house here on the right. It is the last house on Rossmoyne. It's historic resource number 78, and it is the English period revival with 5 bedrooms, 4,400 square feet on an 11,000 square foot house. And that is an incredible home right here at the very top of Rossmoyne. So that's the trip of Rossmoyne. And we're just gonna head down here a second, and I'm going to give you a tour of Cortez. Now Cortez kind of starts and stops on Rossmoyne. It's a slight little U-shaped street, gentle U. And there's only 16 houses on Cortez. And there's 46 houses on Rossmoyne. So if you live on Cortez or on Rossmoyne, you've pretty much arrived in the neighborhood, that's for sure. So we're just going to take a little left turn here, past the historic house. Okay, this is Cortez. I love Cortez. No sidewalks. You feel very bucolic down here, and here is a historic home. Right there is historic resource number 81, 1220 Cortez, 4 bedrooms, 4,300 square feet on an 18,000 square foot lot. That is one of my favorite homes in the neighborhood. And let's go ahead and continue down the street. Very tree lined, no sidewalks again. You know what else you don't see in Glendale, by the way, are front yard fences. You're actually not allowed to have a front yard fence in Glendale. Okay, right over here is a home that you can't really see from the street, but it's sold recently for $3.5 million over a year ago. And it's one of the bigger homes in the area. I think it's about 5,500 square feet. And that brings us kind of down to Rossmoyne, where we began. So there you go. Quick little tour of Rossmoyne Avenue, and we snuck in Cortez. So there we go. We're back. So if you have any questions about, hey, how you doing, man? All right. Good to see you, bud. Take care. Okay, so if you have any questions about Rossmoyne, look me up. I love this neighborhood. This is my favorite neighborhood. I'm so glad I live here. How are you?
How you doing, big boy?
I'm good. Good to see you.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay. This is my life. I just drive around chatting with people. I love it. So there you go, the tour of Rossmoyne Avenue with a little bit of Cortez thrown on it just for fun, because who doesn't like to have fun, right? If you have any questions about real estate, about Rossmoyne or what you saw today, just questions in general, look us up. We're happy to help. Take care, guys. Bye.